Hey guys, I'm Matt with Voltner Woodworking, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cart for my joiner and my planer. For this project I start by using 2 sheets of 3/4 inch Baltic birch that I had in stock. I cut the sheets down and leave them a little bit wider than the final dimensions, and you'll see why shortly. I decided to try a 45-degree locking miter bit on this project to give me a tight miter joint that will lock into place. I matched the center of the bit to the center of the scrap piece and aligned the bottom of the bit to the thickness of my stock. You'll see here the top of the bit matches the corner of the stock, giving the perfect mitered edge. After running my vertical pieces, I add feather boards and do the horizontal pieces. Then I trim the boards to their final width, cutting off any potential tear out caused by the bit. On this cart I have a few dado joints to add. I have one dado on the bottom and dados on both top and bottom of the center. This dado stack allows me to make micro adjustments for the thickness of my material. If you love this type of content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and go ahead and hit that bell so you'll be notified of all new videos when they're released. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ToolsToday. After locking the joints into place, I add some pin nails to keep the joints tight. For the face frames, I'm using 3/4 inch poplar. I could have used birch here too, but I was planning on using as much stock as I had on hand so I could help clean up my shop a bit. I apply some edge banding and trim it to size. The 2 shaker style doors will be made with poplar frames as well, and I'll add some scrap MDF for the panel. This bit also allows for micro adjustments to fit the 1/4 inch stock. It took a few adjustments to dial it in. I line my frames out, marking the fronts to all pieces before running my rails and stiles. To do the rails, I use a jig and line up the stock so the top and bottom cutters match the channel from the stile bit. I always make sure to cut a few extra scrap pieces to get my alignment perfect. I add some glue where the rails and stiles meet, clamp them, and the next day I trim them down to size. Okay, so here we are on the back side of the cart. I've already put a couple coats of poly on it, so it's ready to go. For the final touch, I knew I would need something to hold the hose out of the way, so I used my CNC to make a hose rack that will fit on the back of the cart. I glued the pieces together with some Titebond and CA glue, and then after sanding it down and adding a smooth profile, it was ready to go. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I hope you'll find me on YouTube and Instagram at Voltner Woodworking. If you love this type of content, make sure you hit subscribe right over here, and for more great videos, click right over here.